My name is Ronny Onkeo. For those guys who just joined at the moment, my name is Ronny Onkeo. I'm a visual artist and part of the community managers at an NFT club or Mbogi NFT. And I reckon almost everyone over here is Kenyan. We tried to coin a phrase that would be pretty relatable, with each and every Kenyan. And we're just trying to demystify all the big and languages, that the Web3 space has. So, we're just trying to make things easy also for Kenyan artists and anyone who's trying to join or get into this space. So, without much further ado, I'll just share my screen. Maybe if you guys can just give me a second. Let me share my screen. Great. I hope you guys can see my screen. Um, yeah. So that's a bit about maybe if I could just like just give me a second. So I try to see how I'm gonna run this. So yeah, as we reckoned also yesterday, Dada was taking us through the first part of the, navigating NFTs for beginners. And I reckon she mentioned, she went through a lot of, a lot of conversations also, touching on the of NFTs, and then for our session, to just make it a bit more practical. So I'm trying to see if I just take you guys through an actual minting process, how to actually, go through with minting your pieces, because I believe, everyone over here is trying to see, yeah, everyone over here is trying to at least, mint something. And I feel like that should be the sort of like purpose for this, batch two of this, masterclass and workshop, just trying to see how we can take things a bit more practical. And also, as you guys can see from the chat box, Crypto Chick just sent a reminder for everyone to mute their mics during the presentation, just so you do not necessarily interrupt, the presentation. But also, just to reiterate, if you have any questions, you could just add them or type them on the chat box, then we could, that's when you could always just have it for reference. Yeah. So right off the bat, I just want to speak a bit about, the foundation or even the fundamentals on NFTs. And yeah, so I did a small presentation over here that I'm going to share with you guys. Yeah, so it's called NFTs 101, navigating NFTs for beginners. And I mean, for anyone who might want this, we're just keen to share it also as a point of reference, for anyone who's trying to get into this space. So yeah, from the outline, there's a bunch of topics that I thought would be nice for us to discuss. And so some is maybe just a small introduction about what is an NFT, how do NFTs work. I'll also speak a bit about wallets, as we delve deep into, trying to get you guys to also, get your wallets and possibly try to mint. And once we mint, I can share, because once you get your wallet on, you'll get a wallet address. And that wallet address, I can also use it, to share the NFTs I can send to everyone who created a wallet address. So can you guys hear me? I'm just trying to make sure that everyone I'm audible enough before I go any further. So yeah, just give me give me a second, guys. I'm sorry. I think I had two Discord pages, and I'm just toggling between the two. Yeah, but as I said earlier, I want to make sure that my screen is recording. Great. So yeah, so this is the sort of like the presentation outline. I'm sharing my screen for everyone who's following, just so you guys can also, um, just be on the lookout for what's happening. So yeah, how I'd love to start it is just doing a small introduction about NFTs, of which I think also Dada spoke about this yesterday. So just make it short and precise. So yeah, NFTs is an acronym for non-fungible token. So NFT, non-fungible token, and what this means is it is not necessarily interchangeable. It will always remain to have a smart um sort of like a code behind it. And this all those Kenyans I could easily use M-Pesa as a reference point, right? So you see, for every transaction on M-Pesa, they send you this unique code that is only unique and identifiable with that particular transaction, right? And this is almost the same structure, technical structure with NFTs, right? So everything that's uploaded on the blockchain, it gets its unique identifiable code that makes it unique and cannot be necessarily interchangeable with anything else. And that is what is meant by NFTs. So yeah, maybe if I could just read for you guys a bit what I had prepared for you guys so that you can see and you can understand better. So NFT is an acronym for non-fungible tokens, which means it is a digital asset that is existing on the blockchain that can represent real world objects. And that's the good thing also about NFTs. And as I said earlier when I was doing an introduction, I said I'm a visual artist. So for me, being a visual artist, how I leverage NFTs is I get to mint, and by minting I mean uploading, right? It's almost the same as uploading your works on let's say on Instagram. So, but in the Web3 space, instead of saying uploading, we usually say minting. So for me, I mint my photography and video, audio visual works on the blockchain, right? And once I mint them now, they have this unique identifiable they have this unique identifiable code, which does not necessarily change, and it cannot be it cannot you cannot get any other value apart from it being a one of one, right? So it's not interchangeable. It's not interchangeable in that sense. So that is what I mean about NFTs. And yeah, maybe I'll just scroll down a bit as I move. So yeah, so non-fungible means that they are unique and not directly replaceable. A good example of that also in the art scene, I feel like most people are conversant with is the Mona Lisa, right? Everyone will try to make a copy of the Mona Lisa, but there's always going to be existing, that particular copy of Mona Lisa. So it means it's unique, right? And you are going to the market. So you'd want to go to a market that has more people on it, that is going to increase your probabilities for sale. And so in the three space, the market that has the most people, most collectors, most artists, and most people that use it the most is OpenSea. And it's this one over here. This, I don't know if you guys can see. Yes. Um. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, what is showing on your screen at the moment is OpenSea. And also, I will urge you guys. This is just since you're over here. I think it's also nice to just inform you guys that whenever you're visiting OpenSea or these Web3 spaces, there's a lot of hackers and people, who do not necessarily have good intentions for you. So what I will urge you guys is when you're visiting OpenSea, OpenSea's main site is opensea.io, right? Opensea.io. So any other site like opensea.com, that is a phishing site and it's going to hack you. And so many people have been hacked on these spaces because they have entered the wrong site or the wrong web address. So OpenSea, and I guess also, like most reputable and reputable websites in the Web3 space, they use the io at the back. You know, a good example is also Africa Metaverse Summit, and even Africa Metaverse Summit site is metaclub.io. I'm just trying to insist also, the importance of clicking the right site, because once you click the wrong site, you can easily be compromised, and that has happened to so many people. So being in this for some time has made me, I think it's also just a good point to also just add for everyone who's joining to this space. It's always advisable to click the right links, and to make it even easier, you could just favorite the link and add it to your bookmark, just so you can always access it. So yeah, as I was saying earlier about marketplaces, so this is one of the marketplaces over here. What is showing the GIF that is showing on my profile? This is a project. It's actually a Kenyan project by a guy called Kigs. So I bought one of his NFTs from his project. Just to also hold on to his project. It's called Futuristic Friends, double F, triple F actually. Farm Futuristic Friends. So it's a bunch of farm animals, and just representing them and adding them to the blockchain. Yeah, but that is just besides the point. What I wanted to speak on is, my profile and how I've been able to mint. And by minting, I mean uploading, right? So I won't be using the word uploading. I'll be using the word minting. So how I was able to mint my house on the blockchain. So as you can see, these are some of the NFTs that I have owned, and I just wanted to show you. And also, another interesting thing about NFTs is you can use them as an identity. Maybe I'll also just get in on that, and I think also that I just am in on that. So I'm not trying to dig too deep into that. But another thing is, as you can see in my profile, these are some of the, these are some of the it's called ENS. ENS is sort of like a name that you can use, a name that you can use to identify yourself on the Web3 space, and that is also considered as an NFT. So once I claim the name, I think claiming is, as you guys can see over here, I claimed my Dawa, Chappy, Wowzy, I claimed a couple, Adanian. I also claimed Ronny Onkeo.eth. And as you guys can see over here, just right beside my name, instead of having to identify myself with the 16-digit username on my wallet, I can just decide to use RonnyOnkeo.eth, which are actually my names. So let's say you want to send me some crypto, or you want to say anything related to, if you want to access my wallet, the easiest way, instead of cramming the 16-digit code, you could claim an ENS. And that is what I was saying. It is a name that you can claim. And for me, I have claimed RonnyOnkeo.eth. For anyone who wants to, who wants to send me anything, or who wants my wallet address, I could easily just give them RonnyOnkeo.eth, which makes it also easier. So that's another use case of NFTs. You could use the ENS feature under NFTs to create for yourself on the Web3 space. So yeah, but I don't want to delve deep into that. Yeah, but as I was saying, so as you guys can see over here, I've just clicked a drop down over here, and so there's two wallet addresses that you guys can see. The first one, the bottom one, is the 16-digit code that has a bunch of numbers and letters. But the one right on top of it is the one that I said earlier, which is called an ENS that you can be able to claim, and it uses the same. It's still an NFT, because you guys can also see it. Like once I scroll through my wallet, you can see the different ENSs that I've claimed. I've claimed Wowzy, I've claimed Chappy, I've claimed Ronny Onkeo. I just claimed a couple. So that's another use cases of NFTs. This big square, yeah, this is the one that I was talking about earlier, Ronny Onkeo. Just give me a second. So yeah, RonnyOnkeo.eth is the one far on the far right. Um, Ellie King just asked a question. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to digress too much, but maybe I could just answer you since we're here. So how much are the NFTs? I guess you're speaking on futuristic farm friends, and that's the good thing about this marketplace. A good thing about also OpenSea. OpenSea gives you enough information um, about the NFT in itself, right? So you can see, if I just click over here, if I click on futuristic farm friends, we'll be able to see right off the bat. Sorry, yeah, if I click on it, I'll be able to see a lot of all the information related to that particular collection or the project, right? So I can see they have a total volume sale of 7 Ethereum. You can track. You can see there's 483 owners. There's just so much information, and that's the good thing about OpenSea. It just gives you all the insights and statistics for you to see if you want to invest in the project. So yeah, you could just follow up on that, Mr. Ailey. Yeah, but you could just check it out. As I said, it's futuristic conference. So yeah, what I'll do is I will just add it on the chat box for anyone who's following through with that particular project. Yeah, but I feel like I'm digressing. I'm digressing a lot. And yeah, so what I wanted to show you guys is my OpenSea portfolio. And basically OpenSea, what happens is you connect your wallet, right? And you connect your wallet. I don't know if you guys can see on the top right, there's a trolley, then there's my profile. I'm just trying, just give me a second so I can just show you guys practically. and, and I am juggling two screens over here, so you guys will have to bear with me for a second. Yeah, but as I was saying, yeah, as I was saying earlier, so as you guys can see on the so Mark asked a very good question that I will answer you in a bit. So I mean, so the question just said, so you mean people could actually make money without minting? Yeah, that's another source of revenue for people who are not necessarily artists, And what happens is you could potentially buy an NFT and hold it. And also so one of the ways that it because ideally what happens is you could hold it, you could buy it, you could mint it. Let me just use the three terms. You could mint it, which means buying also, apart from uploading. Minting also means you can buy. So I can mint, like how I minted that the futuristic fan friends. I can mint it. Then once I mint it, I can hold it. Then once it appreciates in value, I can be able to sell it at a higher mark and make my profit margin. So that's how also people have been doing in these spaces. Could buy. So how you guys usually say is you buy, then once the project is pumped, because once you have a solid project, you want people to see it. So you'd probably do good marketing. You'd want to show the value around it, right? So then once the value is shown, the mark or the price, the value of the NFT or the artwork goes up, right? So once the value goes up, you could potentially sell it and make a good margin or good profit margin for yourself. Yeah, so that's a bit about flipping, and how people usually call it is NFT flipping. You could buy an NFT, hold it, then flip it later for some profit. So that's a bit about that. Yeah, back to back to the conversation. Also, you guys can just give me a second. I'm having a call, and I don't know if it's related to this workshop. So sorry guys about that. Someone was calling me. I thought it was related to this, but it's something different. Yeah, so back to our conversation, right? I was talking about NFT, about OpenSea, which happens to be the biggest marketplace at the moment. That guys usually use. And as I said earlier, you can see on my, you can see over here, you can see my profile. This is the cut on where all the NFTs that you want to buy, where you'll find them. This is my profile. So this is my wallet. So what happens is you have to log into your wallet. So let me just show you. Let me just show you guys how it happens. So I was already logged in. So what I'll do is I will just I will lock my MetaMask, right? So what happens is it signed me out of my wallet, right? So for me to be able to use OpenSea, I log in. I have to log in through one of my wallets, right? And as you guys can see over here, there's different wallets that you can use. There's MetaMask, there's Coinbase, there's different wallets. But for now, the wallets that OpenSea have recommended are the ones with the drop down list, right? So and over here, so what we can do is I will just work with I will work with MetaMask since I already have MetaMask on my what is called on my bookmarks and on my extensions rather. And so how I'd love to show you guys is I would love to just take you guys through how you can be able to potentially open your wallet, right? Because we want to make it a bit more just a bit more interactive for this particular session. So what I will do is I will show you guys how I was able to how you can add your wallet into on as an extension, so that you can be able to log in. Because that's the thing also about Web3. Web3, you do not log in with a username. You mostly log in with your wallet, right? Your wallet is your profile. So all the NFTs that belong to your wallet, you can always see them on your OpenSea. That's the interrelationship between marketplaces and wallets, right? So you have to have a wallet to be able to log into a marketplace. Because I reckon the whole purpose of a marketplace is for you to make sales and for you to collect, right? And that's the biggest differentiator between Web 2 and Web 3. For Web 2, let me just give you guys a good example. For me also, being an artist, right? For Web 2, I used to use Instagram, right? And Instagram, people can only, share my pictures or share my work on their stories. They can, reply via emojis, all that kind of stuff. With Web 3, you link your wallet address with the marketplace in such sense that if you want to collect a piece, you can just add it to your cart, and it just makes it easier for guys to, to lead to a conversion. And that is what I think, that's also another important thing about, this whole Web3 space. So yeah, so what I wanted also to show you guys is a bit about marketplaces, and I want to show you guys about MetaMask, because for this particular class, we're going to be using them. We're going to be using MetaMask as the wallet to use. So yeah, just give me a second as I show you guys. I'm trying to show you guys um, a bit of what we're going to be using for this moment. Um, share. Great. Yeah, thank you guys. So I was just sharing my screen. I know it looks. I don't know if you guys, but what I want to share specifically is this. I don't know if you guys can see my screen. So, wait, let me just make it easier because I feel like there's just so much happening. Let me share a specific page that you guys can follow with. So yeah, just give me a second. I'm great, sir. So yeah, I'll just share I'll share this page. I'll share this page of mine. What I'd want you guys to do is to check out MetaMask, right? As I said, MetaMask is the wallet that you're going to be using. And luckily, MetaMask have paid to for their homepage to rank. So MetaMask is the first page that's on my on my page. And as I said earlier, also most of these Web3 spaces and most of these Web3 websites, they use .io at the back, right? So it's not MetaMask.com, it's MetaMask.io. So just be on the lookout because once you log into a different MetaMask, you might be easily compromised. So it's usually just nice, to lay that right. So yeah, so MetaMask. So what happens is you can be able to add MetaMask as an extension. So it's always easier for you to it's always easier for you to check out. I don't know why my screen is not updated. Just give me a second, guys. Give me a second as I try to see how I will update. Is it showing? Can you guys see? I feel like my screen. I have. Okay, okay, great. So what I wanted to show you guys is MetaMask. So yeah, you come over here, search MetaMask. I'm trying to search MetaMask. So I can show you guys how to be able to add it. I hope yes, my screen is now following. Great. So yeah, the first, as I said, MetaMask.io. So what happens is now you can be able to see the MetaMask, right? You can be able to see its homepage. And it's literally a wallet where it's going to be holding all your NFTs and all the data in regards to your Web3 portfolio, right? So it could hold your cryptocurrencies as well as your NFTs over here. So what I would love for you guys to do is you just come over here and download. As you guys can see on the top right. And what happens is once you download it, it adds itself onto your extensions panel. I don't know if you guys can see my extension panel. Mm, I don't know if it's visible from. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's visible from there. But ideally, so what happens is, yes. Sorry guys, I'm toggling so many screens because I'm trying to show you guys practically how you can be able to how you can be able to potentially use this. So yeah, so what happens is you download MetaMask, right? And it gives you the option to install for Chrome, right? Because I'm using Chrome. And now once you install it, it goes straight to your. I'm just trying to see what will happen because I already have a MetaMask. I already have my MetaMask going on. So what happens is nice. It shows you if you want to still add it to your Chrome. And luckily for me, I have been able to sharing. I don't know if it's following. Like my screen is lagging a bit. But anyways, yeah. So once you install it for Chrome, it adds up to your extensions panel, right? I'm trying to see if it's great. Okay, yeah, this is the page that I wanted to show you guys. So what happens is once you click, because I've already installed it, but over here we're saying remove from Chrome, it's supposed to show install to Chrome. It's just that I have already installed it to Chrome, right? So I need to use that feature, and even it's not showing me over here. What happens is now once you install it to your Chrome, it will show something like this. Let me just. Oh, oh, guys, sorry guys. I am learning to. Great. Okay, now. So I wanted to show you guys my screen. I hope you guys can follow. Great. Nice. So once you log in, and also a very very important thing about your wallet is and maybe I could just do it. I could just show you guys since you're here. I'm trying to I'm trying to see how I can, if I can possibly open a wallet with you guys. But ideally, what happens is once you open your wallet, or rather, once you create your wallet, it gives you a seed phrase. And what a seed phrase is, it's usually a 12-worded phrase that you will use it as your password, which you're not supposed to share with anyone. It's supposed to be confidential. It's sort of like your PIN. Because once someone gets a hold of your seed phrase, you are susceptible to lose your account. That's the main issue with the seed phrases, right? Um, yeah, I'm just trying to see. Okay, I thought I could share my camera. Anyway, so yeah, so once you install the MetaMask, it gives you a process to be able to basically set it up, right? And the setting up option usually is they give you a seed phrase, a 12-word seed phrase that is only going to be identifiable to your wallet. And this seed phrase you're not supposed to share with anyone, because once you share it, they can be able to log into your wallet and be able to basically use all the data that is in your wallet. So your seed phrase is usually a 12-worded, um, basically just 12-worded password, for lack of a better word. But once you get it, I will advise you to just write it down. It's not advisable to store it online, as there's so many hackers, and once maybe someone logs into your email address, once someone logs into your email, they can potentially see data that you stored there. So the best idea usually is to just write down your key phrase somewhere, put and store the paper well, potentially in a library or something. So yeah, so once you have your seed phrase, and I'll just iterate it for the last time. So your seed phrase is your 12 digit, 12-word password. It's just a bunch of random names, could be, word, mom, pig, mango, whatever. But it's usually 12 words. And every time that you want to sign in to a different let's say if you want to sign into, let's say, to MetaMask, since you're speaking on MetaMask, if you want to sign into MetaMask, you're going to have to use your use your seed phrase that they shared with you earlier. So, and I'm just trying to see, let me see if I'll be able to share my screen here. So I see how I will. Yes, I think it's this. Great. Yeah, just give me a second. Give me a second. So great. So yeah, I think you guys are following, right? So I will just take you guys step by step as to how you can create. And you see, like how I said earlier about MetaMask, right? It gives you a seed phrase, which is usually a 12 worded password. And even as over here, as I'm trying to create a new MetaMask wallet, it is giving me two options over here. I can either create a new wallet or I can import an existing wallet. And if I come, let me just show you guys. So if I come over here to import, it will give me an option to add my seed phrase, right? So this is what I was telling you guys about, and that's why your seed phrase is so important, because it will always ensure that you can log into your wallet even after, let's say your comp got stolen, right? And you want to log into your MetaMask, you will always use your you'll always use your seed phrase, which happens to be 12 worded recovery phrase. So let's say if I want to log into my wallet that I already have and I want to log into here, so I will just type in, everything. I will just type in or all the words, blah blah. That's the thing. And now once I'm done with that, it will come over here to tell me to now create a password. So your secret, your apart from entering your recovery phrase, you can also put in a short password, which will make it easy to log in. But your seed phrase is the most important, because once you lose your seed phrase, you cannot recover your wallet. So yes, that's a bit about your seed phrases and how important they are. But for this particular workshop, we will just do everything from scratch, right? So yeah, I'm just going through the chat. Masi 101, let me just answer your question in a bit. Let me just take you guys through how to create a wallet, right? So you'll just come here. First of all, you have to agree. Then you create a new wallet, right? So yeah, I will come to I agree. So it's telling me to create a password. This password will unlock your MetaMask wallet only on this device. So it will tell me to key in a new password. So let me key in a password. Let me just key in a password. 1 4 5 6 7 8. Yeah. I just created an account. 5 6 7 8. Yes, so I'm just showing you guys how you can be able to create your own wallet, right? So it's just showing me a small tutorial, which I think, if you guys have some time, you could just check it out. It's just telling you how to keep your wallet safe. So yeah, I will come here. So as you guys can see, it's showing me to write down this 12-word secret recovery phrase and save it in a place that I can trust and I only have access. Right? So this is the seed phrase that I was telling you guys about. And this seed phrase, it's better if you just write it down than store it online. Because once what happens, when you're hacked. Let's say once your account is hacked and you have a solid portfolio, you could easily lose it. So that's why they're telling me to write down the 12 phrase and I save it where I can only access it myself. And so what I'll do from here is I will just stop my screen for a second. Let me just save this. And that's why I was saying it needs to be, um, it needs to be really, really, really um, private, right? Because the whole idea is if everyone can see. Okay, wait. Guys, just give me a second. It's telling me to write to key in some stuff that I'm trying to key in just so it can secure the wallet. Yeah, guys, give me a second. I'm trying, and this is the seed phrase that I was telling you guys about earlier. So I'm just securing my account. And so what happens is, so yeah, let me just show you guys. Let me continue with showing. mm, this. Oh no, it's not this. I think I'm showing you guys. I'm showing you guys the wrong. Let me just give me a second as I get. Yeah, this is what I wanted to show. Yes. So once I have created my wallet, once I have seen my seed phrase and have keyed it in, now I have created a new wallet. Right? So what happens is now it's just telling me to add the wallet to my extension. So I can just pin it up on top. And so that is what I will do at the moment. Um, Let me just it. I don't know if you guys can see. I don't know if it's showing, but ideally, what I want you guys to see is the extension over here. Oh, so if I click back to here, so what happens is, yeah, guys, give me a second. I'm trying to show you guys practically, so you guys can just follow. So yes, so this is what happens. So I will just pin my MetaMask on my extension, so I can always access it. And also the good thing about pinning, nice. So as you guys can see, it's literally over here up on top, just so you guys can see and see what's happening. And the good thing about pinning it on your browser is whenever you want to sign in, it will always pop up, right? So it makes it easier for you to sign in and for you to validate any transactions. So that's why I will urge you guys, once you create your wallet, just add it, pin it up as an extension. So every time that you're transacting, it makes it easier for you, because it just pops up, click sign, and you validate transactions and you keep it moving. That's a good thing about MetaMask wallet and the extension feature. So yeah, as you guys can see now, I have created my wallet. So this is how my wallet looks as at the moment. So and over here, it's mostly on. Okay, it's just showing me brief information. So as you guys can see over here, there's different mainnets. Right now, it's blocked to Ethereum mainnet. But what I can do is I can add different mainnets. A good example, let me just give you guys. I guess some of you guys are conversant with Worldcoin, right? And with Worldcoin, Worldcoin also they used to send you cryptocurrency. So you could also send your Worldcoins to your wallet, to your MetaMask. But for you to be able to see them, you have to add Worldcoins. You have to add Worldcoins net, which is optimism. So over here, I just come and add optimism. So yeah, that's a bit about adding different chains, and let's say even like different chains in that sense. So I've been able to add optimism, but other than that, I also want to add another um blockchain. I also want to add Polygon as a blockchain by itself onto my wallet, and for me to also see it, I have to add it as a network by itself. So I'll come here and search for Polygon. As you guys can see, Polygon is on this list on the last. It's literally the last network over here. Come to Polygon mainnet. Once I do, I approve. Yes, then now it's added. It's added successfully. So now I can be able to see Polygon. Polygon now is added. So over here now I have Ethereum, Linear, Optimism, and Polygon, right? So that's a good step that you've taken so far. That's a good a bit about um wallets. And maybe so yeah, maybe I could just circle back to the presentation earlier before I get deeper into minting, right? So I will show you guys. Let me share my screen back to my presentation, right? On what I was saying earlier about NFTs and how NFTs actually work. So, and this is what I was saying earlier also about minting. So, what does it mean to mint an NFT? Minting NFT refers to the process of putting a piece of digital art onto the blockchain as a public as a public ledger, otherwise referred to as uploading of media to the blockchain. So, other than uploading, instead of saying I uploaded my pictures to OpenSea, you will just say I minted my pictures to OpenSea. Another definition of minting would be the initial purchase, right? Or the process of an artist putting out the artwork. So let's say um who let's say Ellie Kings has minted, and by him minting means uploading, right? So Ellie Kings has uploaded his works onto the blockchain, right? So he's minted his works to OpenSea. So me, if I want to purchase, I will mint Ellie King's pictures on OpenSea. So that goes for both. Goes for uploading and for minting, right? Yeah. So yeah, and also maybe if I could add, once an NFT is minted, the digital art becomes tamper-proof and is assigned to a specific wallet address. That's also what I wanted to add about minting. And also, what I could add also about, and also the good thing about this whole Web3 and NFTs ecosystem is that it is also backed up by royalties, which help to, it's also beneficial to the creators of the project, right? And the good thing about royalties is, it ensures that the artist makes a commission every time that the artwork is sold, right? And in that instance, since we're here, I will go back to my I will go back to OpenSea. Let me just show you guys where I was earlier. Just give me, give me a second so I can show you guys the previous page where I was. Yeah, so yeah, we're back here. So what I want to do now is I will I will open OpenSea. Mm, Nice. So over here, let me let me just make sure that I'm sharing the right screen. Just give me a second so I share with you what I'm doing. Right. So yeah, this is OpenSea. And what happens is I'm just giving it a second because it's loading. The UI is still loading. As I refresh with some water. So yeah, I'm waiting for OpenSea to load. Great. So OpenSea just loaded. So, and as I was saying earlier, there's different marketplaces, and OpenSea is the biggest marketplace because it has the most of the people, and they make it easier to onboard more people to use it. And also another good thing about NFT is, apart from it be having the most users, they have a royalty program. But I think now all the marketplaces that have embedded a royalty program to the marketplaces. And as I was saying, as you guys, I don't know if you guys are following. So I'll come over here. I'll come here to log in, right? So what happens is I will log in. I will log into my MetaMask. And that's why I said it's so important for you to add your MetaMask as an extension. It will always make it easier for you to log in, right? So I come over here, I say next, and then I connect. So OpenSea has just connected to my wallet, and that is what I was saying earlier about. Wait, I hope I'm sharing the right screen. Yes, I think I'm sharing the right screen. Let me just confirm what screen I'm sharing with you guys. Just give me a second, guys. I'm trying to see. Yes, this screen. Great. So I'll come over here. I will log in. I'm just trying to see. Yes, yes, it's following you on the same page. So I come in to log in, and over here, my MetaMask will tell me to sign in. So I sign in, and once I sign in, now you guys can see I'm already in. And now it's telling me to welcome to OpenSea. So I have to accept and sign. And where you accept sign is you accept it on your wallet. I don't know why. I think my pop-up is not showing. But what has happened is I have just signed into my wallet through OpenSea. So OpenSea, I can only log in through my wallet. You don't log in through any username. At sijui a username and a password. So what happens is you link your wallet with your OpenSea, right? And now, as you guys can see, I am logged in. I can see a bunch of different projects. And so what I wanted to show you guys a bit about the royalties. I will just search for myself over here. Hopefully, so OpenSea has so much data. So I'm trying to see if I will be able to find Ronny Onkeo. Great. So I have just found myself, and I'm trying to show you guys how great. So I'm just trying to show you guys how you can be able to, potentially see the royalties of each and every project. So I'm looking for a specific collection that I had done where I can show you guys more about tracking, and it goes to, I think it's a shot from this collection. So as I said, I am an artist, right? And I put out a collection of NFTs that is called Watch Repairer. And this collection is a collection of my photography work that I put out. And that's a good thing also about NFTs, about open, what I was saying earlier. You can be able to, from over here, you can be able to see how much, how much I have sold, the floor price, how many owners, how many unique owners. It gives you all the statistics that you need. So for this, I wanted to show you some of the pictures that I sold, right? And as you guys can see, I have sold three from this. I have sold this picture, Integer, I've sold Watch Repairer, and I've sold. And you guys can see that's a good thing about the blockchain ecosystem and the blockchain technology is everything is so everything is so transparent. I cannot be able to hide any information. See, like once it's uploaded, it's uploaded to the blockchain, and everything just stays static. Because the whole idea about the blockchain is it's a public ledger that is filled by different people, and you cannot be able to interact with them. It's so hard to get people. It's so hard to get to interact with people because people over here they interact through wallet addresses, and it's so hard to be able to pin down the wallet address and where from the location of where it's at. So that's why people prefer the blockchain technology because it's not easy to overwrite, right? So yeah, so back to what I was telling you earlier about NFTs. So everything is transparent. As you guys can see over here, I have all the information related to this particular particular NFT, right? So you can see when I minted it. I minted it about a year ago to my wallet, Ronny Onkeo, about a year ago. It even says the specific date, April 27th, 5:09 p.m. I put it up as on listing for 0.15 ETH. Ronny Onkeo put it up on listing 1 year ago, right? Then it made a sale. It made a sale, and this is the guy. This is the guy who bought it a year ago, right? So you can easily just um, monitor the transactions. So, and what happens is, so this guy is the current owner. A non-collector is the current owner of this particular NFT, right? So what happens is, once a non-collector sells it, I will be able to make a royalty. I will be able to make, let me see if you can see if they've added the information over here as well. Right, so you can see over here, data earnings. This and even as you can see over here from the info, it says the creator of this item will receive 2% of every sale. So every time, so once a non-collector sells this, I will get a 2% of the sale that is made, right? And that is back to the whole conversation I was saying about royalties and how this system basically favors, and how it favors artists. So yeah, let me go back to the presentation. What I was saying about NFT royalties and how they're beneficial to creators of a project. So each time a transaction of an NFT is made, a smart contract. Ideally, the smart contract is sort of like a code. for that particular NFT. So each time a transaction is made, the smart contract makes sure that a determined cut goes back to the collector. So you could, and that's a good thing about this space. Like most of the time, I think OpenSea have reduced it to only 2%. But these other marketplaces, you can be able to just keep, you can be able to put in your specific percentage that you want. But for the most part, you don't want to be too, you don't want to also be, too greedy. So you just want to put a reasonable percentage. So yeah, and also I think another thing to add is some marketplaces such as OpenSea are known to take some percentage of the sale. So once you sell, you take a certain percentage. So you also have to think of that as you think of the price tag for your NFT. Right? So you also have to factor in that OpenSea also going to take they're also going to take a certain percentage. Yeah, and as you can see, time is moving. I think it's just nice to I just touch on I just touch on the marketplaces, right? So a marketplace is where you meet your NFTs, right? Yeah, so and as I said earlier, there's OpenSea, there's Foundation, there's Super Rare, there's Object. Yeah, so and for now, I want to touch on OpenSea, because it's the easiest to onboard guys. So yeah, let me go back to my. So yeah, I'm back to my wallet, right? So what you want to do is you want to create an NFT, right? Because I feel like this part two was to show you guys how to be able to create your own NFTs. So what I will do is I will come here to create. So actually, give me a second. Right. So I will come here to create, and what I will do is just give me a second. I'm trying to get into my other OpenSea. I'm trying to get into my wallet that has some gas fee, because the wallet that I just created right now does not have gas fee. So I'm trying to exchange. I'm trying to exchange wallets to a wallet that has some gas fees. So so we can actually do a bit of minting over here, because yeah, let me just change it. Let me switch my window to OpenSea. Wait, guys, just give me a second. Give me a second. Yeah, so I hope you guys can see. So what I'll do is I just switch to my other wallet that has gas fee. So and what happens, as I said, what I'll do is I'll log in over here. I will key in my password. Give me a second as I log into my wallet. Nice, great. So I'm logged in. I hope you guys are following. Yes, great. I think, yeah, you guys can see. So what happens is I will go to the homepage of OpenSea, and what happens over here, right up on top, you can see the feature to create. So what I want to do is I want to create an NFT, right? So I will come to create. Yes. So what happens is they give me an option. I hope you guys are following, and I don't know if anyone is in a position to also mint. Also, maybe if I could ask, like, how many people have wallets or are conversant with this, so just so we can see. I thought it would be a bit more practical if you can be able to mint. If you guys are able to mint with me, as I mint, we can mint together. But also, if you guys are not conversant, what you can do for now is you can create your wallet. Then once I mint, I can be able to send each and every person an an NFT, the NFT that I will have minted, just so you guys can have an NFT in your wallet for now, that you can be able to leverage. Yes, so what I wanted to show you guys is how you can mint, right? So I will come back here. I will come to create. So I've clicked create. So what do I want to create? Do I want to drop a collection? And a collection most of the times is a bunch of pictures or a bunch of data that is related, right? And for this case, I just want to do, I want to create an NFT. So I just want to create and mint an NFT directly to your wallet. So I'll click this. It allows me to drag and drop. It's so easy. It's almost the same as just uploading your work, uploading anything on social media. I browse for the data that I want, and I want to mint this, since we are also gearing up for the actual summit for 27th and 28th October. And I also hope that you guys have your tickets ready for the summit. So yeah, next is I will come here and name my NFT, right? You have to key in there. They have this asterisk on top of them for all the data that is important. So over here, what I will do is I will just write Africa, yeah, Africa Metaverse. Basically, it's a name. It's a name for your NFT, right? How do you want it to show on the blockchain? And also, I don't know if you guys are following, like up here on top, it's saying once your item is minted, you will not be able to change any of its information. So you have to be really, really, really precise and aware of what you're doing, right? So yeah, this is a bit. So I keyed in the name. So what I will also do is I will add the supply. How many copies do I want to make of this? Let me just see how many we are over here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Okay, so let me just do 10. Let me do 10 for starters. So I will make a supply of 10 copies, right? Um, what description do I want to add? I will say, mm, welcome, welcome to Africa Metaverse Summit. Claim your first NFT. Great. So yeah, that's a bit about that. So what also you can do is you can add a trait. And some of the different traits, like what I added was um like let's say like genre. It could be even like orientation. Orientation could be, this is a square. Square, so square high res. So, but you could add most any data that you want. Could be maybe origin. Origin could maybe be Kenya. You could say you could add different traits. Maybe if you're doing, let's say, because as how I showed you guys earlier with futuristic farm friends, they have different traits, right? So this is important for different for a collection with different let's say different attributes, right? So let's say for him, like one guy has a heart, one guy is a bit fat, one guy is thin. So you could add those different attributes over here. For me, I usually add maybe photographic, photorealistic, different traits, origin Kenya, basically just to 23. Nice. So once I put, so since I hadn't created a collection before, I need to create a collection where this NFT is going to be in, right? And what I said about, I think also Dada spoke about this earlier, about the different blockchains. For this, I want to use, as you can see, Ethereum. Ethereum is a bit high. It has a cost to deploy smart contract, and the cost is $10, which is roughly, let's say 1500. But for Polygon, It's so easy. I will only have to pay 0.02, which is literally the gas fee. So for here, I will just show you guys how to easily mint for free. So once I have this mint, share my screen. I think you guys cannot see. Let me just share my entire screen. Give me a second. I think you guys are not able to see my pop-up, and that's the challenge that I'm having. So yes. So what happens is I will choose Polygon, and once I choose Polygon, I will click continue. So what happens is it so what I have to do is I have to confirm. It's telling me that you do not have enough Matic in your account to pay for transaction. So what I can do is I can buy Matic. I just need to buy a little gas. So what happens is I just need to pay this gas fee. And what happens is the gas fee goes to all those guys who are validating this transaction on the blockchain. It does not go to else apart from validators of this smart contract. So I'm deploying a contract, and what happens is this contract needs to be approved by a couple of people on the blockchain. So this fee technically goes to them. So what I'll do is first of all I will reject. I will come over here. Last I checked, I had sent some Matic to my wallet, but it hasn't shown just yet. And remember also, guys, I told you when you're when you're interacting with Polygon, you have to make sure that you have switched to Polygon mainnet, right? If you're interacting with so as you guys can see, I have some Ethereum, but to I thought I had some Matic. But so what's supposed to happen is I'm supposed to deploy this smart contract. It's supposed to open and share. Let me just do it again. So I will click next. I will click continue. So what happens is it will pop up my MetaMask. Once it pops up my MetaMask, it's supposed to validate this transaction once once I have the gas fee. I had added some gas fee. I just feel like there's some lag in the blockchain. But what is supposed to happen is if once I have this enough gas fee to validate this transaction, it's supposed to confirm. I'm supposed to confirm. And once I confirm, it will potentially mint the picture as an NFT on the Polygon blockchain. I had bought some Matic. It's just that I think there's some lag that is happening at the moment. So I will wait for it to lag then, but I will mint it and I will screen record as a mint, just so I can be able to show you guys. But ideally, that is how you go about, minting some of your works on the blockchain. Just that at the moment, I do not necessarily have um, enough crypto to be able to facilitate this. Yeah. And also, since we're here, how what Matt has just said at the moment is to make sure to be able to just share a screenshot of this particular masterclass. You can share with your friends. You could just tag or use the hashtag African Metaverse Summit as you share on this. I think this is also really important. This is always important to share this information with your friends. So the first step is just to maybe screenshot this, and you can also share it with your friends. That's a bit about how to be able to mint your NFTs on the on the on the blockchain. And also, what I also want to share is for anyone who wants a step-by-step process as to how you can be able to mint. I will I will share a link of how I minted my first NFT, so that you can be able to share. It's a step-by-step process as to how I went about minting. So let me just share it. Let me share it on the chat box so that everyone can follow up. And before I see we're about to hit 1 hour 30 minutes. I want to conclude this session in the next 10 to 15 minutes. So I will open it up for anyone who has a question. you could just ask your question, then we could clarify it before the space ends. So for anyone who has a question, please you could chime in as I check on my wallet. I'm trying to see. Great. So as I said earlier, I was having some I was having some problems. There was a lag. There was a lag with my just give me a second. There was a lag with the what happened is I got some magic, but it hadn't showed my wallet just yet. So what I've done is it has already shown. So I'll just show you the process again as to how we will mint it. So yeah, let me just do it again. I will show you guys. But what I said earlier is uh, just give me a second. Give me a second, guys. I will show you guys again how to. I think now it's shown. The crypto has shown to my wallet. So now I can be able to show you guys. Now it will be able to validate. So yeah, let me show you my screen again. Just give me a second. Give me a second, guys. I hope you guys are still following. Mm, Great. Yes, yes. I hope nice. You guys can see my screen again. So I'll just show you guys again how I said, and for maybe if you didn't follow, now you can follow again. Going to be so short and so precise. So what happens is I will drag my NFT, right? I want to mint this. So I will save it as Africa Metaverse AI Summit 2023. I want to mint 10 supplies. The description is welcome to AMS. AMS, of course, meaning Africa Metaverse and AI Summit 2023. Here, here's your NFT. Welcome to actually, let me just save it to Africa AMS 2023 because as they said here, once your item is minted, you will not be able to change any of its information. So yeah, that's a bit about that. If you want to add, you can add any external link, let's say a drive that anyone can be able to access if they want a higher resolution. So yes, I will come over here. I will add it to a collection. It's going to be existing. So it's going to be existing under that. So I will add it to Africa Metaverse AI AMAIS then 23, right? So I will come back to Polygon. And I think over here that is where I will need to show you guys my entire screen. So you guys can see how the pop-up usually works for the most part. Um, Great, nice. So yeah, you guys can see my screen. So I will come back to here to deploying. So I will come to Polygon. Let me just make it. So I will come over here because as I said, for Ethereum you need to have $8.44, because it needs to be it's deployable contract. But Polygon is usually the cheapest. So what happens is I will only have to pay for gas, which is 0.03, which is pretty little. So I will come to Polygon and I will press continue. So what happens is there's gonna be a pop-up to my wallet, right? So what happens is let me just reject this, then I do it again because there was some pending. Yes, so I will come to Polygon and continue. So what happens is it will nice, it pops up my MetaMask. And what happens now is I can confirm or validate this transaction through my MetaMask. And what happens is I will just pay this small gas fee, which is 0.03. So I will come and confirm. So once I confirm, now it is deploying my contract. Basically, it is minting. And what happens is I will view on, let me just view it on Polygon transaction hash. So as you guys can see, the process is still loading. It takes a bit of some time for it to load. So yeah, but it will maybe take maybe 2 to 5 minutes max. But yeah, so that's about that. So I'll just wait for it to load. Great. So here's the information. This is a bit of the information. This is the status. It has been successful enough. It just validated 25 seconds ago. You can see this was my wallet. This is my wallet. From my wallet address, this particular, I think this is the guys who just validated the transaction, right? So what happens is, nice. So my collection has been created. I don't know if you guys are viewing. So I can be able to view. I just view the collection over here. I'm waiting for it to load. Nice, nice. Just give me a second. And as you guys can see, also as I said, it's on chain. It's on chain on Polygon. Oh wait, so this is the collection. So what I'll do is I will come over here. Mm, create. Do you want to create on that particular collection? Yes. This is the collection. So I will come over here. I drop it. I will mint a supply of 10. Name. It's still Africa Metaverse Summit. So now I will add it to this collection that I had created. Welcome. Then I'll add welcome, to AMS 23. Nice. So I come over here, and now once I create it, it will still send me a pop-up to my wallet. Right? So go to your wallet to approve. So that's what I was saying. Every time it needs you need always need to approve transactions to your wallet. So once I confirm, now it will mint. Now this is the process of minting. So it's minting. Nice. So the project is showing that it has minted successfully. So initially you were creating the collection of why we're going to be minting. And now as you guys can see, it has minted 10 copies. 10 copies are owned by me at the moment. So what I can do is, and as you guys can see, some of the details is it has been minted on the Polygon chain, right? Because we are logged into the Polygons. If I wanted some creator earnings, if I wanted to add some royalties, I could have added the royalties as I was editing, which I can still edit. So if I want to sell it to anyone, I will just come over here. I list. So I list the NFTs. But also, what I wanted to do is I wanted to send you guys the NFTs. So what I can do is I can send it to anyone who's interested. Maybe you guys can send me your wallet address, and for anyone who has a wallet address, can be able to also follow up. So what I can do is I can list I can let me list 5 items, right? And so over here is where now, let's say if I want to sell it, I can be able to add the amount. How much do I want to sell it at, right? So I can be able to also add if I want to sell it on the Matic or the Ethereum, right? So I can add the amount. Since you're on Polygon, let me just use Matic because Matic is Polygon's sort of like currency. So I can say 0.1 Matic. 0.1 Matic is 0.05. It's really cheap. So what I was saying about OpenSea takes a 2.5%. And me, my creator earning, I can be able to add whatever creator whatever royalties that I want. Just that I don't take any royalties at the moment. So so what happens is, yes, then what I will do is I will complete the listing. And remember what I said, every time that you validate anything, you need to accept to your wallet. So I need to sign. Yes, so it has confirmed that I've seen everything. So once I sign, it will list it. Nice. So my projects have been listed and they are for sale. If I want to sell. So you can be able to view the listing, you can be able to see I have listed five quantities for me. And yeah, I guess that's a bit about how you can be able to mint. But I wanted to send some you know, to to the guys actually in this spaces. So for anyone who wants some, you can definitely reach out. And also remember what I said earlier. So all the NFTs in your wallet will always show up here. I think it's still loading, because that's the thing about the blockchain. So it takes some time to be deployed. So what happens is all my NFTs will show here. So this NFT that I just minted in let's say like 20 minutes or 30, it will pop up here on my NFTs segment. And to just show you guys what is, um I will be able to show you guys some of my NFTs. Uh, I don't know why it's okay. NFT detection. Mm, yes, yes. So yeah, that's I don't to delve into that. But what's supposed to happen is you will view once everything loads, you will view your NFTs and your tokens over here. And you can see now this is. You remember, as I said, I was waiting for the Matic to show to my wallet. So it showed, and once it showed, I was able to facilitate the gas fee for this. So that's a bit about that. And maybe if I could summarize, I don't know if anyone has any question. I see Joseph has a question over here. Give me a second. I'm trying to revert back to my previous window. So yes, Joseph asked a very good question. So how does one know which NFTs to buy and flip? So for the most part, let's say when you're on OpenSea, that's what I said earlier. Let me I guess I'll just have to show you guys again. Let me show you guys um my tab. Yes. Okay. Also, for anyone, so for the tab that I'm on at the moment is it's able to maybe buy if you want to top up, you can top up directly from your wallet. It will just tell you to buy. You'll let me see. I don't know if you guys can see my screen. And give me a second, guys. So I'm learning on the go on how. Let me share my screen. Let me share my entire screen with you guys, so I can show you what happens. Nice. So this is what happens. So once I log into my wallet, if I want to buy, let's say if I want to buy the cryptocurrency, I will just come here, I will click on buy. And what happens is you can also buy the crypto from your from a debit card, right? So if I want to buy Ethereum, I will just click over here. But maybe if you want to buy something, a different coin, you just look for the coin over here. Let's say Matic. Let's say Matic. Then I come over here on my debit or credit. Then once I do that, I can be able to buy. Let's see how much do you want to spend? I want to spend $1,000. That's the easiest way as to how I'll be able to share. So someone is calling me. Let me just confirm if this is related to the call. This. Sorry guys. I was just confirming. I thought that was related to this call. So what happens is, if you want to, what you want to do is you can potentially buy through your wallet, through through your debit or credit card, right? Through Visa or Mastercard. So they've made it so easy for you to be able to buy. That's if you want to buy, if you want to top up. But also, what I wanted to show you guys is, let's say you have done your NFT, right? You have minted your NFT, and then you realize that you didn't mint it well, and now you want to do away with that NFT. So how we usually call it is banning. You ban your NFT. That usually means is you send that NFT to a banner address, and that banner address mostly usually is this address that I'm highlighting. It has 0x0000, then DEAD at the back. So what happens is, it's sort of like you send your NFT to that wallet, then that wallet removes it from the blockchain. So that's usually what happens. And also maybe what I can add is every transaction on the blockchain, you always incur a gas fee. So even for you to delete or to ban your NFT, it will cost you the gas fee. Same as what just happened right now as I was trying to validate the NFTs, right? What happened is I had to have, I had to pay for the gas fee to be able to mint this NFT. So every time that you're on the blockchain, just know that you have to pay for gas fees. So for you to be able to delete or to ban, which, and maybe I could just say it for you, banning an NFT is the process of permanently removing it from circulation. Banning is accomplished by sending the NFT to an unspendable address on the network. Once the NFT is banned, it can't be retrieved or restored. So this is basically just deleting it. So what happens is you can delete the NFT by sending the NFT to an Ethereum ban address. And this ban address is this wallet that I'm saying over here. It's 0x0000, a bunch of zeros, then dead at the back. It's sort of like a black hole. Yeah, so that's a bit about how you can be able to delete your NFTs if you want. And maybe how I can be able to end this is through, maybe I could just name some of the successful NFT projects which have gone viral. Such as the CryptoPunks. CryptoPunks have done great. They've been able to sell almost more than 200 Ethereum. Justin Navathano is also a photographer. I mean, I'm just trying to rush because I feel like we are almost reaching the 2 hour mark. Justin Avathano is a photographer who has a collection of twins. So he's been photographing twins. So it's called Twin Flames. Another is V Friends by Gary V. I know most of you guys know Gary V. Another one is Everyday Project by Beeple. Beeple is also one of the pioneers of NFTs. He's done this project called Everyday Project where he's compiled all the artwork that is done, and he's been able to have a very pull out a very successful project. Another one is Andromeda of Ethiopia by Yeteda. Yeteda is also an amazing group by Ethiopians who do this amazing audiovisual NFTs. Another project is by Drifter Shoots. Drifter Shoots is also an amazing photographer. Uh, he's a photographer in the US. So these are some of the NFT projects that have been able to make viral success in the NFT spaces. Yes, and that concludes my small presentation. Maybe I will just share with you guys this amazing workbook that you can be able to see and just go through if you want to know more about NFTs, such as how to be able to avoid scams when purchasing NFTs. There's a couple of things, some of the different blockchains, what is a gas fee, some wallets. I've also named a couple of wallets that you guys can follow on how to buy or sell an NFT, what gives an NFT its value. So if you want to mint an NFT, you need to know what gives the NFT its value so you can be able to basically leverage this information to be able to have a valuable and a long-lasting project. So yeah, a couple of things also is pros of minting NFTs, how you can be able to display, monetize royalties, accessibility, less dependence on traditional galleries, exhibiting opportunities. So yeah, that's a bit about my presentation. And as I said earlier, I will share this document on I will share this particular document on Discord. So for anyone who wants to view more, you can always view more.